Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about The Witcher 4. So CD Projekt Red have confirmed the continuation of the Witcher worlds in a whole new saga. This new Witcher series doesn't have a set in stone release date or name as of right now. Only code names associated with each game have been revealed. CDPR plans to deliver 3 Witcher games in a 6-year period, starting with the release of Polaris. Adam Kaczynski, joint CEO of CDPR, said in a strategy update video. With that said, we won't be seeing the start of this new trilogy anytime soon, as pre-production on Polaris just started this year. In addition to Polaris, the rest of the games in the trilogy currently only have code names as well. Canis Majoris, which will be a fully fledged Witcher-themed open world RPG, but separate from the new trilogy and will be developed by an external studio. The last of the trilogy to be released will be codenamed Sirius, which will have a multiplayer gameplay on top of a single-player experience, including a campaign with quests and a story. Real quick guys, if you want to win a PlayStation 5 and a copy of Hogwarts Legacy or a game of your choice, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, comment your Twitter handle, follow me on Twitter, and tweet me proof that you're subscribed by tagging my Twitter handle at WesNemo. The winner will be announced at 80,000 subscribers, and I won't be reaching out via comment section. Let's talk about the first of this new trilogy, Polaris. Fans have deemed this game The Witcher 4. However, it's not really The Witcher 4. As confirmed by CDPR, Geralt's story has been concluded. As for Ciri, she set off to start her own Witcher journey, but since CDPR is so adamant on not calling this Witcher 4, that leaves one question: who will be the main character of this new saga? From the teaser, we got a new look at the medallion, which actually has been confirmed to be a Lynx. However, there is no mention of the school of the Lynx in any of the Witcher fiction. There are only stories of said school elsewhere on the internet. According to a fanfiction wiki, the school of the Lynx forms after the school of the Wolf dissolves, which is founded by the surviving members. On this wiki, the school eventually departs their homeland and explores the western continent. The school of the Lynx supposedly started shortly after the official extinction of the school of the Wolf, when its remaining members, among the notables Eskel, Geralt of Rivia, and Lambert, separated after Vesemir's death. After a chance encounter between Lambert and Kira Metz, they decided to join forces to recover the Denmarv caravan, which is the place that those who attended the School of the Cat called home. When the group takes back the caravan, Lambert decides to reform the school for its third and most radical form, which is the School of the Lynx. Those who are a part of the School of the Lynx donned pretty interesting weapons. They use 2 swords, a silver and a steel sword, like most Witchers do. They also use 2 steel ice axes, which are mainly used for rock climbing. However, it is noted that there are some cases of these used for combat. Then the final part of the Lynx gear is the medallion, of course, which is almost identical to the teaser that we got that announced the new saga is happening. It's also worth mentioning that this wiki refers to the school eventually including early versions of the guns into their monster fighting arsenal. Since this is a fan-made wiki, there really isn't anything to go off canon-wise when it comes to this new school. That said, this is a fan fiction, so it is unlikely to be anything to what CDPR has planned. And like I said, it's highly likely that Geralt will not even appear in this new game. Seeing how the announcement talks about a new saga, clearly this shows the intention to move on with the previous characters. With the amount of detail that we have with the wiki, it's pretty exciting to think about this new school that we will get to see in the new game. Whether or not any of what I just covered is actually going to be in the game is unlikely due to it all being fan-made. However, it's all really interesting, especially after hearing the announcement from the devs themselves, since the game is so far away. Maybe they use the wiki as inspiration, but like I said, it's really hard to determine. Also, if it does end up being true, the addition of guns into this game could be very interesting to see. I know it's purely speculation at this point. Just the idea of seeing a Witcher walk around with a musket or early versions of a pistol seems so foreign to think about. While it's not completely out of the picture, I suppose, it's still something to look forward to and something that I'll be keeping an eye on to see if this comes to fruition or not. Who's to say they don't come in a game after Polaris or Witcher 4? Either way, gunslinging Witchers for the win. This is by far one of my favorite sponsors that I've ever had on the channel, and that is because it really does matter. When you're injured, you deserve compensation, and the size of your law firm matters. Morgan & Morgan has more than 800 attorneys nationwide and has recovered over $13 billion for their clients. You should not feel bad to sue if you're injured. You have the right to be compensated for your injuries. And let's be honest, it's not like you're suing the person who hurt you. You're suing their insurance company, whose job it is to protect you in case of injury. Do you know what the best part about working with Morgan & Morgan is? You pay nothing up front for their services. The fee is free unless they win. All the research, paperwork, court filings, negotiations, you pay nothing unless they win your case. Morgan & Morgan has attorneys who specialize in every area of injury law: car accidents, workplace injuries, slip and fall, medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, and more. If you're ever injured in an accident, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, click the link in the description for thepeople.com/WesNemo or dial #law or #529 from your cell phone. The lead animator for The Witcher 3, Sebastian Kalimba, has been announced as the game director for The Witcher 4. They went on to say that they aim to raise the bar with this new series. According to Sebastian's Twitter, he said, "Career news, I'm directing the new Witcher saga. Since joining CD Projekt Red, I believe nothing is impossible, and raising the bar and telling emotional stories and creating worlds is exactly what we're here for. I'm proud to be a part of CDPR and work with such talented and passionate team." While this is a very heartfelt and I'm sure very exciting time for him, and this tweet goes to show how ecstatic he is about this new project that he's been announced to direct for. Raising the bar is quite the tall order, especially with the current reputation that CDPR has after the initial launch of Cyberpunk 2077. However, the state that Cyberpunk is in right now is actually in a very good spot, so I'm not really concerned about that. Nonetheless, I'm sure that Sebastian will do great, and everyone can expect to see a very good Witcher trilogy coming within the next 5 to even 10 plus years. Speaking of new development and new leads, CDPR has dumped their in-house engine, Red Engine, that they've been using for years. The new games will be using Unreal Engine 5 as well as the latest update, Unreal Engine 5.1, and I'm sure once the Witcher Polaris releases or Witcher 4 releases, they'll be utilizing the newest update for Unreal Engine 5, which if you haven't seen how Unreal Engine 5.1 looks, Lumen and the new foliage system looks absolutely incredible. Now, the move to Unreal Engine 5 was actually confirmed in their press release stating, "We're moving from Red Engine to Unreal Engine 5. CDPR stated in a blog post beginning a multi-year strategic partnership with Epic Games. It covers not only licensing but technical development of Unreal Engine 5, as well as the potential future versions of Unreal Engine where relevant. We'll closely be collaborating with Epic Games developers with the primary goal being to help tailor the engine for open world experiences," which this statement actually came out after 5.1 released. But now that we've seen 5.1 and we can actually play it in Fortnite, I've got to say the new updates are absolutely incredible, and it's going to make The Witcher 4 look even better. Now, while a game engine is just a set of tools that is used when creating a game and not the deciding factor in whether or not a game will be good, switching the entirety of the studio to a new set of tools after the long use of the Red Engine is definitely a challenge that will either be mastered by the studio or have results which show in the final product. Now, while Geralt and Ciri's story has been told, and at least Geralt's stories has been confirmed to have reached its conclusion by the studio, it's possible that we could see him in his younger years in a flashback form with a more young and naive outlook, or we could see Ciri's adventures through the different realities as even more options. With the look at the new medallion and the mystery surrounding it, I think a new look at a different school of The Witcher would likely be the best outcome for the start of a new saga. If we go off of the fan-made wiki in regards to the School of the Lynx, we can expect to see the game setting out in the Western continent. There are no details on this new location or what to expect from there, or even will we end up starting there or not. However, this will be the start of a new saga, so there will be plenty of games and experiences to fully check out this new world we are being introduced to. There's no current details on what platforms Polaris or Witcher 4, or the rest of the saga for that matter, will be released on. However, with the use of the Unreal Engine 5, we can safely assume the games will likely be released just on next-gen consoles, or even the mid-generation consoles after that. And like I said, that's the only real issue we have with this, is we have no idea when these games will begin to come out. Even after Polaris is released, it will be another 6+ years before all of the other games have been released. There is no telling what will happen with the consoles within that time, so as of right now, only time will tell. Also, with the use of Unreal Engine 5, I can confirm that Polaris or The Witcher 4 will not launch as an Epic Games exclusive. It will be on the Epic Games Store, but it will also be on Steam, as well as CDPR's own GOG Galaxy or Good Old Games. We also have the news regarding more projects that are being re-released by CDPR, such as the open world Witcher 1 remake. What's been announced from CDPR regarding the remake of The Witcher 1 is exciting to say the least. According to the reports, this game will be completely unlike the original. The original game featured a more linear story and progression system where there wasn't much freedom or exploration, whereas the remake is stating that it will be a story-driven open world RPG. While there's not much information regarding what to expect from the game itself from in terms of gameplay or how it's going to look, this is pretty interesting to see an almost whole new game come out of a remake. While like the new saga is being released, there's not much news regarding a release date for the remake. It's almost guaranteed that we can see this come out before the new saga releases. I see it as a test run for CDPR to make a newish game with the Unreal Engine 5 before launching a whole new game series with it. It's going to be a long time before we see any updates regarding these new projects from CDPR. It's likely we won't see the reveal of The Witcher 1 remake until at least 2024 or 25. However, be prepared for it to take longer, seeing as what they're wanting to do isn't exactly a small order. As for Polaris, don't even try to mark it on your calendars yet. There is still a long way to go on this new series, as they are still in pre-production with no updates on that so far. But what are your guys' thoughts on the new projects being released by CDPR? Do you think that the current speculations on the School of the Lynx are going to be anywhere near how the game will be? I also want to know what your thoughts or ideas ideas are for Witchers carrying around guns. Let me know down below. Also, guys, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel with your notifications turned on, and don't forget to stay tuned to the channel for more news and updates regarding The Witcher 4, Hogwarts Legacy, Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, and so much more. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Wes, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.